What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with another aggro deck. I'm on this mission to find, like, off-meta aggro decks that still slap. So far, so good. We've seen the Rakdos aggro was phenomenal. One of the better brews I've cooked up in a long time. Golgari aggro was also pretty good, like better than expected, exceeded expectations. Mono White Soldiers was phenomenal. Video that just went up on the channel. So now I'm still trying. Probably going to do Gruul, looking at Orzhov. Those are the two that I've got lined up, and I'm still undecided which we're going to jump into tonight. I'll probably make the decision as I press the deck menu. But before we jump into that, just to preface with a little bit more news and announcements. As I'm recording this, the Arena Championship is about to go live. It's going to be one round of draft, and then the rest of the tournament is standard. And I found it very interesting. I mean, even though it's a very small sample size, because it's only, I believe, 20 players in total or something that are part of this. They have shifted the meta a little bit since the Pro Tour. There's not so much Rakdos and, black, red, X decks. There's a new deck that's appeared out of the left field, Jeskai Dragons, as the second most represented list, as well as some Selesnya enchantment stuffs, obviously thanks to Calyx. So it does seem like the Aftermath has shook up the meta just a tiny bit, and I'm really excited to see those games. So yeah, we'll probably be doing some... I'm waiting for them to publish the deck lists, and I'm going to pick and choose the ones that look the most interesting to me and showcase those in best of 3 over the next couple of days whilst we wait for the bannings on Monday the 29th. So stay tuned. But that's it as far as news and announcements. And now, without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. And I think I'm going to go with Orzhov, because Samut needs a little bit of work here, but Samut also really cool. More on that in a future video, so stay tuned. But Orzhov Vanguard, Orzhov Aggro. We're basically doing a very BrewLab thing, where I take a very strong pre-existing shell in a specific color, and then splash to bring in some new tools. In this case, we're looking at the now very, very strong and everywhere on the ladder Mono White Humans deck, which makes use of Recruitment Officer, the new Coppercoat Vanguard, which gives Ward 1 and +1/+0 to all of your humans except for it. So multiple copies are great, because then they give Ward to each other. And Ayara's Oathsworn, which has been like really one of my favorite cards over the last few videos. You may have noticed I'm putting it in everywhere. And Jirina, another, so plenty of new cards. Ayara's Oathsworn, Jirina, and Coppercoat Vanguard, all from Aftermath, and all 2 drops, all soldiers. I beg your pardon, all humans. So fantastic, we basically just need to do a very light splash to bring in some sweet ass new tools to the mono white aggro deck, and I think this should do really well on the ladder. I've been testing it on unranked, and so far so good. So these are going to be my first matches in ranked. Fingers crossed. But I'm employing the same tech from the Mono White Soldiers deck that I just showcased, where we just run Archangel Elspeth here on the top end. Adeline, turn 3, turn 4, Elspeth, -2 on the Adeline, give it flying and another 2 counters. Broken game-ending stuff. We're relying instead of on lay down arms, because we're splashing, there's less white mana. You probably could still run lay down arms and just cut these all together, and you'll probably be able to play your Ayaras and your Jirinas on turn 2 if you want to anyway with this mana base, and put more white and then swap the Elspeth Smites for lay down arms. But we haven't played with Elspeth Smite since the early access event, where I showcased it in the Azorius Knights deck. So I thought, let's give it another whirl. It's obviously very nice against mono red. That turn 1 Swift Spear can just get like rapidly dealt with, and pretty much anything that mono red can deploy will have around that 3 toughness that we can just exile it with a instant speed Elspeth Smite as they're attacking. And I like that you can also use it during blocking. So just, very nice. Let's see. Is it better than Lay Down Arms? Otherwise, that's about it. I have nothing much else that I need to add. The overlapping protection layers are what are winning us the game. We've got the ward from the Vanguard, the taxation from the Thalia, the indestructible and hexproof from Jirina, and the taxation from the Anointed Peacekeeper. All of this coming together to prevent our opponent from removing our creatures so that we can slam their faces and hopefully fly over at least once with an Archangel Elspeth. Let's jump into some games! Also, just a brief point on the Jirina. Also exiles graveyards, so we do have a little bit of graveyard hate cooked into the deck, where we can, you know, there's still plenty of people reanimating Atraxas and Natalis. Come across them very regularly on the ladder. A lot of people still playing Shield Reds and things. Let's see. Let's see if this is going to be enough. Ooh, I'm a little bit nervous. I don't usually put videos untested. But this looks great. Even for Mythic. Kenra. Ooh. He'll probably just spend his next turn flipping Kenra. So let's just put down this. At least it'll tax his lightning strike if he's got one. I guess end the festivities would be a real problem right now. Okay. So he goes for the flippity dip and the swing, which is fantastic because that's no blockers. Adeline comes down. We're doing mono white, busted, stupid things. This card is I thought it was great. I tested everything under the sun, just never quite got there. It's a bit slow. There goes Thalia. This thing with the double prowess, though, once you do flip it, is very nice. Yes, for sure. Ooh. It's a lot of damage. But so is this. We don't have the mana to pay for the double ward or ward 2. And now we're just aggressively blocking. In case he has some combat tricks, this thing can just get a little too big for my liking. Probably going to come down with the squee and swing. That would lose you the game right away. So you need to do 8 damage now. I'm even happy to block with Adeline, because we've got enough little doodads to do 1 damage. Oh, that can't block. Is it enough? I don't think it is. Good game, mate. Hee hee. Sorry, Monored. Off you go. Blech. Boring. Yeah, at least he was trying some new stuff with Kenra. Not doesn't see as much play as I initially thought it would. Skipping turn 3 to flip a Kenra in your aggro deck just seems like maybe you're better off playing a mechanized warfare and skipping the turn that way, because at least you get some immediate effect from your creatures dealing more damage or something. I tried it in Izzet, I tried it in Boros, I tried it in Jeskai, Monks, and all kinds of stuff, and it just was a little too clunky. But that double prowess is damn nice. I'm kind of hoping that at some point it gets better, like with some support. No one drop, which sucks a lot, but hey, we're on the play and the hand looks good. They'll probably just remove Thalia and then we'll still be able to cast Elspeth on turn 4. If they don't remove Thalia right away, then we're going for the... Ooh, into Peacekeeper. Hells yeah. Okay, that's nice. Hang on, sto registrando. Niente. Okay, full on reanimation pile. So let's tax the Fable. Then he's forced into a like less nice play with the Bitter Reunion for 3 mana because of the Thalia attacks. Not terrible. And now usually they'll find a way to like... Okay, there we go. That's fine. This card attracts... we need to end this quick though. Like real quick. Like another Coppercoat off the top would also be fantastic. Alright. So I think this pumps out the most damage overall. And now we found a 5th land for Elspeth, so it's really about just ensuring he doesn't reanimate that or have a... Okay. We win. Sorry. Not sorry. I'm afraid that's not quite gonna do it, my friend. Here's how we're gonna slam it. Archangel Elspeth, -2 on the Adeline.
So long as I am by your side, you will be protected.
Please let me swing. Just let me do the thing. Thank you. Aggro is the way. Right now. And, you know, if they really just hamstring Rakdos, as everybody's assuming they will, with the pending bans. The archetype that stands to be the biggest winner from the shakeup is going to be, especially in Best of 1, of course, all these little aggro decks. Soldiers, mono-red aggro, etc. It's going to be a challenge, I think, to find a good control deck or mid-range deck that can stand up to the aggro decks once things like Invoke Despair get banned. And Fable get banned. Fingers crossed. Please ban those. Just if... Honestly, if they don't ban Invoke Despair, I'm gonna be so bummed. Like, everything else, honestly, I even could just deal with more Fables, but just... Personally, I wish it was just Invoke Despair getting the hammer. So sick of it. Too much. Okay. So I'm gonna hold up the Smite. Ooh, yeah. It's so nice to just exile yo ass. Badoosh. Oh, double kimono. Now we either go double drop or probably the best, but there's a good chance he'll just have the removal now and swing. Lightning Strike, they've always got it, or play with fire. Old Felden. Yeah. Let's try and tax something. And maybe also just block the etchings with Thalia. Try and win this race, but not looking amazing. This is looking like the Raiju deck. 4-drop, Jammer Raiju. Okay. Taxes the Thalia. Let's block one of these etchings. Oh, the flood. We have to block, I think, because he's probably got Lightning Strike in hand. But that probably means he'll just use the Lightning Strike on Adeline, which is very annoying. Base? Base is the place. So now we can block the 3-3 and we take 5. So game over. My goodness. It's just so repetitive. So many times a day. That same matchup. That same exact sequencing of turns. Mono Red hasn't changed at all. All these new cards they're printing for it. Like, people have been trying them, but when everything is said and done. 4 Raijus, 3 Squeeze, you know, the one that I always use for Mythic is the way to go. I mean, if you're that kind of person, I definitely know I lean that direction myself, where you just want quick, fast games. You don't really want to think too much. You're on the toilet, whatever. You know, just also, I also really get it. You know, the people that are free to play and whatnot. Like, it's gonna be an easy deck that you can throw together. Mono black, huh? Jirina in the house. So now it's either cut down for 2 and not have the mana for the sleeper, or dump mana into sleeper, swing, and then I get to slam a Peacekeeper next turn and snag that shield red out of their hand. Oh, another card that we have to live with for so damn long. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one too. Has to be go for the throat. And then we just get hit with things that are too big for us to deal with. We need to get some of our Coppercoats. They're sort of taking the place of the white adversary that we were all playing. A single swing. Thanks. 4th land invasion. Okay. Didn't find his 4th land. Makes me happy. Happy chappy. Let's get some Coppercoats, please, off the top. Anyway, we're gonna use Jirina to protect our stuff. So now we've got indestructible and hexproof. Opponent's bricking, which is cool. Trespasser, exile my Peacekeeper. We need anthem effects. We need Elspeth. Oh, for God's sakes. Caramba. Except now it goes to night, so even when we play the Cathar and the Phyrexian Obliterator, it'll, you know, it won't. You know, it's nighttime, so we can't use the Cathar, and he's just got too much removal in hand. We're definitely gonna lose this one, guys. I mean, it's not certain, but it's not looking great. No, this is not going very well at all, guys. I promise you, it's not looking good. Oh, I'm a double drop. Oh, come on, baby. Jirina in the house. Let's go. Oh, that's a big swing next turn. I think we might just be able to do this. He'll have to block the Adeline. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Good game. He's giving me the GG. Woohoo! Jirina, you beauty. Woo, baby. What a card, huh? Graveyard Hate. And freaking Hexproof and Indestructible for all your humans in one little package. Definitely going to be making some Joda players very happy. Legendary to boot. I definitely think like 5-color Joda should be more represented in the meta, considering how many cards it just keeps getting. But on to the next one. How are we doing for time? 23 minutes in. Very nice. So far, so good. I'm still undecided with this, with the Elspeth Smite. Is it going to be better than the lay down arms? Let's see, if we draw an untapped land, I'll be very happy. No such luck, so let's go with the Ayara turn 2. Simic nonsense. Simic toxic, for sure. They're playing the Rot Priest and a million save my dudes spells, as I like to call them. Probably some Fading Hopes. There she is. So now we can go boop. Elspeth, nice. There's no point in trying the Cathar. We have to try. It's gonna be a shore up. Untap the... Ah, okay. Cool. That's nice. Ah, gosh, no, please now. Anything but this. Oh, this deck was so lame. Fortunately, it never quite took off. Really, really annoying. He's drawing 2 cards now. Oh, God. Just make it stop, please. Gotta be Jirina. Then if he tries to do this March of Otherworldly Light nonsense, we can maybe do something about it. So you're telling me there's a chance? Ay. Is that like he's drawing 4 cards? Unbelievable. He's taking the risks here. Like, I mean, we dead next turn, right? But Jesus, that's obscene. Maybe slams a bloated Contaminator. Why good game? Is that right? Why are you saying good game? That's not 9. Okay, he's tapped out. Discarding to hand size. I don't know if you had to scoop there. Honestly, you might have gotten me. We would have just Brutal Cathar the Rot Priest and swing. Blocks 1. Yeah, we would have won. Good game, mate. That strategy just was like the splash out deck of the new format when the Rot Priest was introduced, and then It like lasted about 10 days and then was never seen again. The Selesnya version took over as the de facto better toxic shell, where you can do many of the same shenanigans, but just have access to better toxic cards like Skrelv and Skrelv's Hive and whatnot. But I still occasionally run into those people trying that strategy. I don't recommend it at all. Slow AF, but good. So maybe we get some less slow stuff. Okay, green ramp, probably. Yep. Vanguard, nice. Turn 2 play, guaranteed. Yeah, it's gonna be green ramp, Nissa, probably turn 3 Topiary Stomper. There we go. I had a sneaking suspicion. Now we go for the turn 3 Anointed Peacekeeper and snag the... Okay. Looks like instead we're going for the Cathar. We've also got backup Cathar. Now Mr. Topiary, which cannot block. Awaken the woods. It's gonna be a problem next turn. So now these guys can block. So we can do this. This. The whole squadron's coming in hot. I guess he just awakens the woods now, or however much he can with the tax. It's 2-4, so he can only make 3 1/1s. Sorry. Ooh! Top deck city. I'm going in hot. I'm using some smites here. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Minimal loss to the board. With a follow-up, you're dead. Baby, baby. I've been trying this Awaken the Woods monogreen. It's great. You can also play the Tribute to the World Tree, and then you cast a big Awaken the Woods on top of, like, sometimes I've had it in testing with 2 Tributes to the World Tree, and then you cast the Awaken the Woods. So they all enter the battlefield and become 3/3s on the first trigger stack, and then the second triggers from the second Awaken the World Tree just draws you a card for each of those 3/3s, and you end up like having just drawn like a whole new hand and like populated the board with like a million 3/3s, and then you can hit the opponent with a Nissa the next turn and give everything trample and stuff. But it I just keep losing. So then I've been trying like, okay, well then let's just throw in some black to have removal. And it's doing okay. Probably just needs a bit more work before I can showcase it on the channel, but then putting in the black makes it so that you hardly ever get to play the Tribute to the World Tree on turn 3 because of the triple green pips. and that kind of thing. It just gets a little bit, I don't know. Okay, so it looks like Ayara 2, Adeline 3. And then Coppercoat the next turn. Opponent's having a bit of a slower turn. Hopefully no cut down. Of course they got the cut down. Why wouldn't they? Grixis midrange. Fable. Corpse Appraiser. So bored of that card as well. Okay, so it's the version of the deck that's... Ooh, hello! Oh yes. Oh yes, please. I'll take this any day of the week. Now he needs to have go for the throat and swing at the Archangel, which is fine, like better than Shield Red, I guess. Bleh. Fable, bleh. Corpse Appraiser, lame. Okay, that's cool. Let's go for Vanguard first. If it gets countered, I'd rather have Jirina hit the board. Okay, now we got the protection. Now we're looking great. Good luck getting rid of Adeline. That's plus. Let's swing. Swing for 8 in the air with protection. Just cash. Of course, the little dudes from Adeline are fantastic with the Vanguard. Warm up. Okay. What you got? Big swings. Big swings. I don't know what you're going to have next turn to win this one, mate. I think you probably just... You would have needed to try and remove her now, so that I use up my Jirina and then have another one for the next turn. And even then, I don't know if you would have won. Good idea. My little one's being hilarious. So, there is a potential to just die here to the Hidetsugu. However, he needs to have put another one of the explosive singularities in the yard. No Brutal Cathars, huh?
Spread your wings.
All in, baby. We're all in. Let's see what he put on top of the library with the Hidetsugu. Anyway, we're on 23 now because of the... Okay, so what was that? Nothing of interesting. Oh, it was a Corpse Appraiser for 3 damage. Now we're a bit of a... You know, we don't have the protection. However, Chandra can't -6 the Adeline, so I think we're still good. We're still good. Yes, baby! That's what I'm talking about. Love taking down that type of brew with, you know, just simple aggro decks. It really makes my day. So, guys, hey, like I've been doing over the last good few videos now, simple decks that don't need much gameplay to showcase. We know exactly what to do. I think the choices here are still just the same one that I posed at the beginning of the video. Do we swap out Elspeth Smite for some laydown arms and cut the swamps? Honestly, that could really be a good idea. However, Elspeth Smite in a few of those games, even against that mono green ramp guy, felt pretty nice, you know? So, I don't know. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Elspeth Smite or laydown arms? Do you know? Would 12 planes be enough to play the laydown arms, or am I just better off with Elspeth Smite, or even just you know, putting in cut downs and go for the throats, like 2 and 2? Two cut downs to go for the 2 cut downs to go for the throats instead of the smites. Is that a better idea? That's the niggly bit, the one thing that I'm not certain of. Also, you could probably cut 1 Jirina and go to 3, as she's legendary. Then, you know, if we also cut the smites, we've got 5 slots to play with. So there's some wiggle room, but I don't want to make any adjustments, or as I like to call them, BrewLabifications right now. I think the performance of the brew was good enough. I'm just going to do the usual, because we have a little bit of extra time, and jump into some stats for you guys on the Untapped website. I'll just quickly do this, and this, and this. Boop. That was yesterday's brew, or the day before yesterday, as far as my followers are concerned. Orzhov Vanguard, 6-2, 75%. As I said, like, those were my first matches really in Mythic. Everything, I had one match on testing 2 days ago, and then I made some adjustments, and now we just went 6-1. So I don't know. You tell me. That seems pretty damn good. It's a very small sample size, but I think there's definitely something to it. I mean, mono white humans is shredding the meta right now. Top tier deck, super high win rates. This is just the same shell with some really cool black cards. Jirina and Ayara's Oathsworn are phenomenal. So I think it's probably just a altogether better version of what is already a very good deck. So I'll just leave you with that. You can decide whether it's worth your precious wildcards. Definitely the Jirina, at least, is a multi-format all-star, as well as the Coppercoat, which is only an uncommon anyway. People, you know, these cards are seeing play all the way back into Explorer in humans and whatnot. So a safe craft, especially if you play multiple formats. That's really all I have to say with this one, guys. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be seeing you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.